because literally the whole shit just shut down. Um, I'm confused, but we shall continue to keep going. And that just also another thing that confirms exactly what I said. You can do everything that you know, in order and in alignment. And guess what? Divine timing is a thing because y'all saw I was here on schedule. I did what I need to do. But now it's showing. So now somebody would think that I'm in this live, but I'm not in this live because that live is over. And but the other live is now active and saying that I'm active there as well. So I don't know what that's about, but let me see something else. Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in, come on in. We was just having a whole conversation and everything, and everything shut down. But that's not the first time that happened today. So again, signs and synchronicities, apparently something is about to shut down because that's two in a matter of, it ain't even been 5 or 6 hours since the first thing happened. Literally, I programmed the computer and everything else and had everything running like it was supposed to be. And when I came back, like just like how my life just did. And so mind you, y'all, it's just a little bit of, y'all know I love Fridays, right? But and Fridays is always my exciting day, but because that's the day that I like. But today has been very mysterious and some stuff happening already. So I want to know what that is. How's y'all day going? Make sure y'all take it easy. And I had started off with telling y'all, don't let nobody, don't let nobody push you faster than what you wish to go today, because you start moving at somebody else's pace and it could be detrimental to you. Because the past couple days have also been a thing, like, you know, accident energy again. And mind y'all already know when I start saying that, I done been involved in it multiple times. So be very careful at everything y'all are doing. And mind you, it's not even gonna be you, I promise you. Because all of the stuff that's been happening, even in this last past couple hours, has not been me. I was up. I was on schedule. Everybody else's schedules have been thrown off, and then they're now burping horns and, you know, angry ducklings because they're mad. Don't let nobody push you no faster than what you need to go today, and also make sure that you're not pushing yourself faster than what you should be going. So if you are late, you late. Should have left earlier. Okay, so I get it, and you want to add an extra, you know, mile per hour to your shit. Don't. Okay, so there's that. Where we at? Which one y'all got? Okay, we going. This is gonna be a thing, y'all. This is gonna be a thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because at this moment in time, you may have realized something, or you're about to realize something that is gonna change everything for you, but everybody's not gonna see it, everybody's not gonna hear it, and maybe it's also not meant for everybody. So say you know some information, right? Like Noah did when he got the flood, right? Noah got the flood came, and everybody was laughing, right? Because you know he was crazy and it wasn't conventional as everybody thought, and this, that, and the third, right? It was it was a laughable moment for them because um it was a laughable moment for them because, you know, it's during this time and you got this dude out here building a boat and some other stuff, and to them they looking at him like, dude, it's dry, it's the desert, like what are you doing, right? All right, anyway, long story short, It was real. It was happening. Y'all don't even worry about what's happening on my TikTok right now. It's part of the plan, I guess, you know, because what type of games is being played, how's it going down. So until it's going and got to know now. All right, if whoever it is, can y'all go and like, yeah, take, yeah, whoever is doing that, like, get out. Anyway, let me save this real quick. We got the live back up is what it looks like. I'm thinking. But there's still two of them there. So remember what I told y'all yesterday? Mind you, it's two of everything, cause you know it's two lives right now. Both of them are running. Same scenario. Remember I played the music for y'all yesterday? And it was very freaking annoying because you listening to one message, something else is playing, you're trying to hear it, which is the same thing that's happening on my Twitch right now, just so y'all know. It's showing up 2 by 2. It's showing up 2 by 2. You see what I'm saying? 2 by 2. So the energy is definitely like, just imagine you got your own frequency, this has its own frequency, and meanwhile both of them are loud at the same time. Nothing's working like it should because they're collapsing into each other. But mind you, one belongs there and the other one doesn't. That's the other thing. So it's almost like it's a sinking ship. And somebody would rather bring the whole entire thing down. But mind you, it don't have nothing to do with them. So you belong there. The other energy is trying to do something random, it feels like. Anyway, it's creating chaos and havoc. Um, how is it that two programs run in the same time, but mind you, I don't even know what's happening right here, because literally it's more people in that one than it is in the one that I'm running right now. Like, I don't understand. Let me go look at it. So let's see what's happening, because apparently we need a closer look at something. Get a closer look at it. So let's see what is happening, y'all, here. Because there's no way that could be happening. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that we keep saying it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Meanwhile, it's working like that. It's not making sense. Both of them are running. So what are y'all seeing? Let me see. How is this possible? There's 4 people here. That's the second one. Hold on, let me see, because this is crazy. This ain't even adding up. Y'all, the strangest, I keep trying to tell y'all, I can't make it up. It just happens. It's the weirdest thing. I'm over here minding my own business on the live. Restart everything, update everything. Listen, you are on that. Who is that? Definitely, honey, you know what you're talking about. Because that has been the thing. Mind you, y'all, I I don't even know how I'm going to be able to tell y'all this. But I'm going to say it, and I promise you I'm fine. Okay? So I was listening to something today, right? And as I was listening to it, the other message that is supposed to be given started to play. In the words, can y'all, whatever that is, like, I don't know what y'all doing, because I can't even see the people that's talking. Mind y'all, everything is going haywire over here. Let me just say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to go, okay? Because that way I can get out the message, and no matter what's happening, y'all heard what the hell's supposed to happen. All right, so here. Anyway, I was listening to something. The other message started to play, and as I'm talking, I hear the other message, y'all. Remember that lady said they did it too early? They did, but they didn't. Mind you, if you're my age, go back. Go back. Like, when you see the things that I'm playing, Chico, good morning, Chico. We got hella energy. Everything's going crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna say what I gotta say and go on and get. Um, go back. The music, the times, the energy. And when I say go back, I mean go back and listen. When you're meant to hear it is when you're going to hear it. They already been prepping us. Y'all, this ain't new. Like everything that we're running into right now is not new. Already been playing out. Thank you, Chico. I love you and thank you. Y'all, I don't even want to get too excited because once you realize that what that means, it was a blessing and a curse at the same damn time. And if I can bring this message home to y'all, one thing that I'm going to reiterate and I'm going to keep saying, and if you don't remember nothing that I ever said, remember this. Now is all you got. Nothing else matters. And when I say now is all you got, past, present, future is running right now. Like, you know how I said they should have explained to us so much more when instead of don't do this because you're going to get pregnant? When I tell you whatever triggers you, because if you're listening to my message, then that means that you're in alignment with that message. That also means that when they trigger you to show you exactly what I mean, it's this thing that happens to me when I start to learn and I start to grow. I can feel my brain when it grows. Um my body also lights up when stuff happens. Y'all, now is everything. Right now, we are writing everything. And I want to tell y'all something else, but I'm going to say for the ones that are supposed to hear it and see it, them last reels that I'm doing right now are fucking intentional. So look at them, and after you look at them, go look at the next one. You'll see what message looks like it's together. And then when I show you the other thing, look at everything. It is important because there's a message there. It's going to be like a treasure hunt because I can't tell you. I need for you to go and figure it out because I can't tell you. But it's important. Very, very freaking important. Because when I tell you, y'all think the monitoring that y'all have been suggesting and saying is no ma'am, no ham, no sir. Y'all do not, you couldn't even fathom. And be mindful when I say everything is important, even the words that I tell you, when I say those words in that reel, pay attention. It's important. And one of the things that I said to y'all this morning already, and two of the videos are not up, not yet, and it should have already been there, but everything is intentional. Not because I didn't want to. I was trying to get but I kid you not, even including the stuff that you're seeing that's happening with this computer, the computer was already up and programmed this morning. Every tab was where it was supposed to have been. I already been here. You have already been here. Okay? And I'm going to restate this. Just because we can mess with time, don't mean we should. But now is all we got. That's it. That's all. We are creating whatever gets talked about later. We are creating it. We are doing it. And I don't mean in a way when, everybody is spiritual saying, da 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 da. You are the architect. If you only fucking knew. So we gonna go to our set of affirmation. I'm not in control of the computer either, and it's just scrolling. It's just scrolling. Like there's nothing nowhere near it. My computer is one of the ones that are, is touchscreen. This is the thing. This is the keyboard right here. It's scrolling all on its own. All right, let's see if we're going to be able to see what we can see. All right, so first things first. Aries, masculine energy. Your power is rising. Stop second guessing your moves. Do take action on the idea you've been sitting on. Aries, feminine. Message. Rest doesn't make you weak. It sharpens your intuition. Do slow down long enough to receive guidance. Please and thank you. Taurus, masculine energy. Message. Stability comes from discipline, not comfort. Do fix one habit you've been ignoring. Feminine energy. Your softness is your magnetism. Use it intentionally. Do declutter your space and your energy. Gemini, masculine energy. Stop scattering your energy. Choose one direction. Do commit to the plan. You keep revising. Feminine energy. Your words are spells. Speak only what you want to grow. Do write out what you actually desire. Cancer. You too. Thank you. Cancer, masculine energy. Protect your peace like it's sacred. Do set a boundary you've been avoiding. Cancer, feminine energy. Your emotions are guidance, not weakness. Do allow yourself to feel without shame. Leo, masculine energy. Boldness is your superpower. Stop shrinking. Do showcase your talent. Post the content. Share the idea. Leo, feminine energy. Message, confidence doesn't need an audience. Do pour into yourself privately today. Virgo, masculine energy. Overthinking is blocking your blessing. Do make the move before you talk yourself out of it. Feminine energy. Message, perfection is not required for you to receive. Do release control and allow help in. Libra, masculine energy. Message, you don't need consensus. Make your own decisions. Do say no where you usually say maybe. Feminine energy. Harmony starts within. Do rebalance your routine, mind, body, and spirit. Scorpio. Masculine energy. It's time to stop watching and start transforming. Do break one toxic cycle today. Feminine energy. Message. Your intuition is screaming. Listen. Do trust the first sign, not the second thought. Sagittarius. Masculine energy. Message. Expansion requires risk. Do say yes to something that scares you in a good way. Feminine energy. Message. Your freedom is sacred. Your freedom is sacred. Don't let anyone cage it. Do reclaim your energy from draining connections. All right, Capricorn, masculine energy. Your discipline is creating generational blessings. Do focus on one long-term goal today. Feminine energy. You don't have to carry everything alone. Do delegate, ask for help, or release a responsibility. Okay. Aquarius, masculine energy. Your ideals are ahead of their time. Trust them. That is the second time I got that message for Aquarius today. Literally. So ahead of the time. Do start the projects no one understands yet. But also go back and get your old stuff. It's relevant for now. Feminine energy, Aquarius. Message. Detach from expectations that limit your potential. Do spend time alone to reset your frequency. Pisces, masculine energy. Your dreams need structure, not just imagination. Do put a plan behind the vision today. Pisces, feminine energy. Your spiritual sensitivity is your compass. Do meditate, journal, or tap into your intuition before acting. Definitely the same exact thing. Pisces, writing is important because stick to the script. Do not change. Stick to the script. It's important. It was written that way. It's also the same as God order my footsteps, because divine alignment, something is going to happen, or something could potentially show you exactly the point in which you are right here, right now. And it may be fucking scary or creepy. Also, not for nothing, there may be some things that y'all start to see that, you know, we pushed AI for a huge reason. And I love AI, just so you know. I like AI, but also I dislike AI. I like AI for what it could do, for a tool that it could be used. But I also dislike AI because the amount of lies that could potentially be the truth and be covered up, or the amount of, you know, whatever, but vice versa, is astronomical. So, but there are some things that you're going to need to believe, but because of AI, you're not going to believe it. And by the time you do, it's going to be too late. Trust your intuition. Trust that gut feeling. It's time for y'all to definitely tap into when your body does something. Pay attention to that feeling. But also know things can change at the drop of a dime. All right? So, another thing, a huge energetic reset is moving through the collective. Remember, they just said reset everything. That's why I said the message was already here. So the fact that y'all are saying that lets me know that y'all are definitely tapped into whatever the energy is, because it was already written. But also, it was already written. So something about a prophecy is playing out. But meanwhile, back at band camp, everybody is not privy to all the same information. So somebody may have a book, right? Or somebody may have information, or a group of people may have access to whatever this information is. They may not be telling everybody, but I can explain it to y'all like this. Remember when I told y'all about the thing about Group 7, right? So it was Sophia James. She's a artist, and she put out a song, or yeah, and she wanted to make sure that, you know, which she just put it out a couple different times. Anyway, it was the numbers. Same scenario happened. So it's tribes, right? Because that's the way life goes. There's tribes. And the tribe is calling each other however you call them. So you may mistakenly, and I don't even want to say mistakenly, because you probably was meant to hear it, because, and you can fall in one of these categories. You know how I said there are subsections inside of the message, or inside of, you know, so the black people have their stuff, and then, you know, everybody saying that they make us think that it is black, white, Asian, Spanish, you know, whatever sections, right? So within the black culture, it is, you know, could just be the black people, the regular blacks, and then there are the hard R blacks, and then there are the blacks that don't think that they black because, you know, they come from a different culture or whatever, but, you know, fall under the same black skin, right? Either way, long story short, everybody's starting to learn about everybody. Like, there are the same sections or subcultures within each culture. So it's almost like everybody just automatically thought and assumed that, you know, our culture is the only one dealing with that. No, every culture is dealing with the same stuff that we're dealing with. Is just on whatever level they're dealing with it on, right? And so all of a sudden, it's like the brain is opening up, because when you start talking to people about stuff, if you live in America, you could potentially only think that the stuff that's happening is in America. No, it is happening everywhere. So where are you going to run to? Who can you run to when, you know, who you going to run to? There is nowhere to run. And when there is nowhere to run, you have to turn around and face whatever it is that we are about to go through or deal with. Now, you're being prepared already. Everything that you've been seeing is a part of your preparation. Whether or not you want to ignore it or not, it's up to you. So some of you could be seeing a whole lot of stuff, you know, just worldly, you know, thoughts and everything else. You automatically know that when stuff happens, and this emotion lights happening back and forth, if y'all wondering what that is. If you're dealing with what you're dealing with, you just gonna think that this is, you know, your problem, because of course that's what you want to deal with, right? But meanwhile, suppose that's the way it is supposed to be for you, but for somebody that's also in the same subsection of you or as you are, they don't belong there. So the tribe sends out messages like scouts and things of that nature. So they sent out a frequency, right? So we'll use Sophia James. She sent out her frequency. It was C7. My favorite rapper, Kevin Gates, he sent out his frequency. It was whatever the hell that is. Jay-Z, he sent out his frequency. It was whatever the hell that was. Beyonce, they sent out their favorite, and I love all these artists, just so y'all know. They sent out their frequency, and that's their tribe, right? Meanwhile, not realizing that the tribes were already interconnected. So suppose Jay-Z and Beyonce are a part of the same tribe, but they also had their own people because Beyonce came with her people and Jay-Z came with his people, right? And you get your friends and I'll get my friends, and then we could be friends and we can have friends. Anyway, so imagine this is like from ancient Egypt, 2.0. All right, so there was already a 101, but we at ancient Egypt 2.0. Okay, so now is the rebuilding because y'all, the energy lasted for forever. We figured out how to jump timelines, right? So either way, now I done sent out a frequency. So once I send out the frequency, everybody starts coming in, but everybody don't know why we connected, because who the fuck are you and why are you here? You see what I'm saying? Because the energy's just doing what it's doing. If you don't see what I'm saying, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. Just say that she's crazy and go. Okay? It's fine. I'm going to be all right. It's a movie or a script. Entertainment purposes only. All right? Either way, because there's pictures of Onika that have shown up from, the Ming Dynasty. So how does Onika from the Ming Dynasty... Yes, totally insane. Keep going, period. Them the type of people I like. I love whatever's wrong with you, period. All right, so Onika showed up in, Ming Dynasty pictures, right? But also such and such and such showed up in this dynasty photos, right? Either way, the coincidence is there really one. All right, so suppose there was a great battle, because I'm in the middle of a battle. TikTok, we're battling, right? I'm in the middle of a battle right now while I'm sitting here talking to y'all. So the battle has already ensued. But meanwhile, because this battle is taking place over timelines, over dimensions, over the fact that we don't even exist. We are a program. But I don't want you to know, because I am the mastermind of the computer, and we're all playing Sims right now. So whatever character you're playing is the character that you're playing. All right? You don't look like what you're going through, glowing, and period, and period, and period. All right, so in the process of that, the frequency went out. So you gravitated towards whoever music, because remember I said you can hear something catchy on the radio. You hated it from the beginning, but somehow all of a sudden you got dragged into, now you do up, and 2 weeks later, and you said, I hated that fucking song from the beginning. But because somebody kept playing it, the frequency kept playing over and over and over again, all of a sudden you started liking it. But meanwhile, this is where your boundaries and intuition come in, because technically the others, and that's just a term we're going to use for the cyber police, maybe, okay, or the DOT, because trucking, or just the popo, because the cops, or what they have in the Matrix when they came, what was the man when they came, them. All right, they the same energy. They are the ghosts when Pac-Man's trying to go get his them little power pellets. They are the ghosts that keep trying to come be in your business and trying to get you. Meanwhile, ain't nobody trying to get you, but everybody's trying to get you, okay? So just understand that. The ops, period. All right. So the ops, right, their goal is to insert, handlers and things of that into the system, people to keep a good eye on you, okay? Because I know that we're in a secret, okay? Because we battling on TikTok. So we're right now actively, but spiritually, it could look one way, And in the physical, it could look another way. So imagine you being attacked in this realm and not knowing it until, all of a sudden the carpet or the rug gets pulled out from underneath of you. But the elders knew. The old energies knew. They started to recycle the children faster. And now the children are telling the stories. And the people aren't listening to the children, but the children are closer to the beginning than a lot of us are because we're older. And you know what happens at the beginning? You get downloaded with all the information, but they also close you up. They zip you up, like seal you, because they put you in this little ass body, and you are now starting over is what it looks like, recycled, right? And so now even the recycled ones are coming out doing things a whole lot faster because they trying to let us know this is already continuing from, like, when it started. They've been trying to, reset. Every time something happens, it gets reset, but y'all are not paying attention. The writing has been on the wall for forever. The ships were already here. The cell phones were already here. The houses were already here. They were already here. And now, because they'd have made the earth sick already, because, why would they want to do the right things? Because they ain't figured it out yet. But the thing is those are the like they said, the ops. Those are the ghosts that's running around, trying to fuck up the simulation, because they don't understand. They live off a monetary system. So as far as they're concerned, they don't realize that eventually the monetary system runs out. The way it was designed from the beginning was perfect until whatever the one glitch is, whatever the one, it's a virus, okay? So whatever the virus was that got put into the system that now tried to corrupt, it tried to the word I hear is reassemble, but I also heard regenerate. So I don't know if that means that they try to get rid of it and it sparked itself back up, but also there is an immunity within, a group or a subsection. And so when they're looking and trying to figure it out, I can't just come here and say, I'm looking for the spark or the light, or I'm looking for da 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 da. Plus, be mindful that behind the scenes, it's a lot of other stuff. Because even while I'm sitting here, I'm talking to them. While I'm sitting here, they're talking to me. Now, guess what? She crazy because that's not allowed to happen. Meanwhile, back at band camp, it's cool because that's the way it was done anyway. So if I can hear them and they can hear me, but meanwhile, I'm not even supposed to be telling you this, right? Because again, it's the movie. It's entertainment purposes only. So I sit in front of y'all and I'm giving y'all the movie script, but meanwhile, it's playing out as we speak. So I'm going to be talking to y'all and I'm going to be saying some stuff to y'all, but technically I'm going to be watching me talking to y'all outside of me talking to y'all. So when it plays it back, it's a camera right here is what it looks like, because y'all got to remember that I think people who are deemed sane are really crazy, and crazy people are the same. Well, the funny part is that even after I'm sitting here telling you, and you're going to be watching me actually showing it to y'all on, the big screen, because that's the way the movie plays out. And so in the movie, I will be sitting here and I will be doing, giving y'all the TED Talk, right? Meanwhile, I got a whole camera crew sitting here because they are the ones that are taking notes as to if I do it wrong or if I say it right, then, it's action. Step in. Now, suppose that they found out that we were talking to each other while I'm sitting here. And the they would be those ops, those ghosts, those scientists or not scientists, or the computer programmers, or anybody outside of the system, right? Suppose they found out that you got activated again, and now y'all are talking. That would throw red alerts to the system. And so the lady that said they tried it too early, everything's on schedule. And the sad part about it is, I'm going to repeat, now is all we have. Tomorrow don't matter. The day after that don't matter. Right now, you're making history. Right now, you're creating the past. 5 minutes ago ain't now. 20 minutes from now ain't now. And again, what I'm saying to y'all ain't touching, like, it's not going to be until whatever signal that sparks and lights you up, you're going to be like, I heard it, because we done heard it multiple times. Like, you know, you reap what you sow. Or it's going to be okay until, like, it's all the things that basically they put into the system, and you're like, I'm tired of hearing the cliche, like, da-da-da-da-da. But then when something actually shows you that cliche and live in action, like what I told y'all yesterday. I literally told y'all ahead of time. I said I'm going to show y'all 2 different demonstrations. They're the same exact thing, though. So this is 2 different people. But the energy is looking the same. You can still see through this. If I turn on 2 different radio stations right now, 2 different things, and play it, y'all ears are going to hear, the first thing that I turn on, your ears are going to hear that, and it could be juicy and interesting because it's the signal that's being sent, the one that nobody else can hear. So instantly, the people that can hear it spark up and they listen to the signal. Jay-Z, I got a 5th of 5 stacks. Da-da-da-da-da, right? Then the next message comes on, and you don't realize that another message has started to play until it interrupts whatever message you was trying to hear. But also, this message juicy too, because, like, what the hell? Like, what y'all talking about? Meanwhile, if you listening, then it starts to get confusing, because the thing that you trying to hear, like whichever one is the juiciest you trying to hear, is fading in and out because the messages are doing this to each other. And so you're going to get what you're going to get. You better hope you can hear whoever's voice that is and know that, you know, because you know the difference between Steve Harvey and Diddy, okay? You know that Steve Harvey was talking on this program, and you know that Diddy was talking on that program, and you know Sophia was talking on that. You know somebody's voice until you don't know their voice, because they're now blending in like this, and you're trying to listen to whatever that is. Old timelines are collapsing. Old identities are shedding. I keep hearing quantum leap. Y'all remember when on the old show Quantum Leap, every time he went into a different space, he looked different. He would look in the mirror and he would see, you know, the people would be talking to him, he's in such and such a body, but his consciousness was still his. Old timelines are collapsing. Old identities are shedding. Old ways of surviving are no longer vibrating with who you are becoming. This moment is asking you to return to yourself, not who you were taught to be, who you are. Because just imagine sitting outside of yourself and then also seeing yourself, the self who you were when you were on 1982 timeline, and you were, mind you, it could be the same exact timeline, same exact person, but now you went from 0 to 100, and I mean as in age. So you may be watching yourself at 20, and this is the timeline. You may be watching yourself at 50, and this is the timeline. Meanwhile, you still exist, because now you're 100, but every timeline is still playing itself out and trying to make it to, then the other day they died of a heart attack right in my sleep. And it was kind of weird because I felt it. I jumped up. They died. Then they called and said they died. I shouldn't feel that, but somehow I felt it because it happened to me in my sleep. And so it's been making me wonder why certain other things are happening. Anyway, we may or may not find out. It may be important, it may not be important. But just know that if any activations happen and your body starts to feel whatever it is you're feeling, note it. Note it. What happened? Why did it feel that way? Because mind you, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say that. You may feel waves of emotion, sudden clarity, strange synchronicities, people falling away, a pull towards solitude, a desire to start fresh, which hence they said restart. Every restart ain't good though, because somebody's trying to figure out a way to manipulate the next situation. Meanwhile, everybody is being pulled towards the truth. You are not allowed to manipulate in this situation. Either you hear or you don't. Either it's aligned or it's not. Either it is or it's not. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be or it's on the way to being. So take it how it resonates for whatever it is that you're dealing with. All right. Um, Release what no longer matches your growth. Let go of the past you that keeps replaying. That's insert. So y'all may notice old people calling. Y'all may notice old things starting to, the same scenario. This person out of the blue. You thought of this person, put it back in your memory bank, okay? Put it back. Put it back. It's not that easy, but you thought of the person and now they show up. More tests, more misdirection, more lies, or more advancement, more growth, and some other shit that you may or may not want to go through. You gonna figure it out. Move with presence instead of fear. I am whole. And people will try to convince you that you're not because they want to insert themselves into your situation so bad. If you allow it, that's on you. If you don't, that's also on you. But no, it all comes with something, okay? So remember we talked about behavioral, what is the person, whoever it is, the person is like a behavioral scientist or something. Like that's what they do. They're studying. They're watching because I need to know how you work. Like I'm trying to break you down to the most minute little fraction of a thing, and I just can't get it because every time I try to insert this, you do something different. It's almost like you were already prepared. How did that happen? So again, I'm going to say to the people that are listening and are paying attention, I did some stuff for y'all that y'all are going to see, and it may look out of place, but it's not. It's important. And if you get it, you get it. Also, this is not your friend. It's not your friend. And I'm going to tell you why. It can do the most amazing things, right, for you to be able to connect you in this, that, and the third. But when I give you a clue, if you go look it up on your phone, you gave it to them too. So there's something that happened this morning. There was a message that was given to me, but I had to be very, very selective in who I gave it to, right? Because again, I'm leaving messages. When a person is leaving messages and things are leaving messages, that also could mean that part of the simulation or part of something that needs to, be preserved. Remember when they started, getting rid of the reading materials? Why do you think? So there is some stuff that was written and a person got credit for it. It wasn't their stuff. It was already here. It was already left. And y'all already know we don't have to be as secretive, as anybody is even thinking it is. It could be as simple as the Bible. Like how a certain person just decided that I didn't want this in here, or I want to rewrite, or I want to just be a tyrant over a situation. I want to insert me in here because I think I'm important. So let me insert myself into the good book, all unprovoked, right? So it can be as simple as that. Meanwhile, it wasn't just as simple as that. It was very strategic. Because if you keep looking, you'll notice the collapse of this happened this way. The collapse of this happened this way. The collapse of this happened this way. It was all the same fucking way. It was all the same damn way. But if I add a little juice or a little tea to it, little, color, then I can wrap it up in a pretty little bow and I can say that it's different from what it was and it don't belong to this person. But meanwhile, back at Bandcamp, that's not theirs. It belongs to. Okay? But because mine is the only one that survived, I get credit for it. All right? But also I could have tainted the material because I already told y'all that's the reason why I don't believe a lot of the shit they talk about, because anybody can write a book. Anybody can write a book and put a bunch of bullshit in it. World burns up today. If that book survives, they're going to think that I was the best scholar. I could have known nothing. They're going to say this book survived from 2025 and it's the year da 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 da, and this person was a renowned writer and da 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 da, because they made it up. Once they say it, that's just it. So also know and understand that. And have y'all ever thought to wonder why everything is beneath us? Everything is beneath us. Even in all the digging that everybody's doing, everything is beneath us. There's gatekeeping happening because somebody, just think about it. Somebody is smart enough to know to not do this, right? So suppose it was this dynasty, this dynasty, this dynasty, because we was talking about all the tribes. So I was the particular tribe that came in, and now I get to create all the rules. I'm going to try to make sure my hardest that y'all are never going to remember anything about what I did in order to put you where you are right now. I'm going to get rid of every newsletter, for some reason I want to say gazette. Every gazette, every what's them damn things that I used to get when I was in school? It was when they used to, the Scholastic something for a book fair. I'm going to get rid of every single one of them to make sure that no evidence is left, right? They did that in this time period. Well, in every time period, it keeps getting done, the same exact thing. So, with that being said, Houston, we have a problem. Alerts, alerts, high alert, high alert, high fucking alert. Your intuition will be louder today. Your signs will be clearer. Your spirit will feel more grounded, protected, and aware. You are not losing. You are transitioning. You are not stuck. You're redirecting. You are not waiting. You're aligning. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Stay present, stay open, stay connected. The power of now is important. It don't matter where you are. I said in the last video, a person that is, outside this, that, and the third, of course, it is more their need because I'm outside. But guess what? You could be outside in a different country. You could be outside in a different land. You could be outside in, if you're stuck in the system, you're going to be outside and, on the street, not knowing that you can go to different places. You may not have a passport. Well, these are things that we have to figure out for you. But at the end of the day, when you got put in that situation, and nobody's judging anybody's, transition into anything, because it could happen to anybody. You could be in a mansion today and on the streets tomorrow, okay? Just in case y'all don't know. But wherever you are and whatever you're doing, whatever we're doing, it's important to whatever's happening. So just know and understand that the fact that this happened or whatever is happening, it is a reason for it. And your mindset pertaining to that particular moment in time is also important. Stay connected. So for the moment, my energy is rising beyond old limitations. My energy is rising beyond old limitations. My presence shifts rooms, timelines, and outcomes, because it does. My destiny is unfolding with divine coordination, because it is. Say whatever it is that you wish to say, get you somewhere, sit somewhere, and put it into the universe. All of us don't even understand how magical of a time this is right now. This is when they're shifting. This is when they're doing whatever it is that they're doing to get fall in line for them. What are you doing to make it fall in line for you? What are you doing to make it fall in line for you? Thank you. Bo Diesel, hey. So noun is important. Abundance flows towards me naturally, continuously, and limitless. Because you are much more than money. We are so much more than whatever this system has for us. Mind you, this system is being taken over. Who's gonna run this town tonight? We are. Yeah, I said it. We are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance. Erykah Badu. That's all I gotta say to a lot of y'all that is my age. The lady said too early. Did they? Those frequencies that have been going up in the air, because y'all already know that's real. I can now send frequencies towards this community to do da 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 da. Erykah Badu can transmute an energy because she sings. She has a pitch, but she can also collect the tribe, because the frequency is going to do da 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 da. Today they was talking about Young Boy, and I pray and everything that he is highly protected, because not for nothing, if I was a system, I would be afraid of him. You know what happens when a system is afraid of. So the reason why, right? Somebody all of a sudden is now targeting, say whatever. It don't matter. When the target starts, it's because they understand the power that the person holds and has. That young man only has to say a symbol. That's all he gotta say. And he don't have to say it in no other way other than it could be a bird called pigeon. Bitch, everybody's gonna know what it means, and everybody gonna get real fucking active. Probably way too active, out of their control. So, in order for me to control that, I would have to be able to control the thing. You see what I'm saying? So be mindful that when targets start going, like, certain people, Diddy needed it, whatever. He used everything. And I normally try to stay out of grown people's business because they ain't got nothing to do with me. But mind you, we already knew when he started soliciting on, because I was one of the people that was in the chat, and I remember when it happened. And I also was one of the people that said, nigga, you're energy harvesting. I was literally in his live when this nigga got on the broadcast, and all of a sudden, oh, we're getting ready to run back whatever that shit was that he did with that cheesecake with them boys that be crying right now. I was in that chat, and I cussed his ass out too, because nigga, I saw what you were doing. So you get put in a position and you fall in line with the dirties. And again, not my problem, not my business, but this could be your story. Because you get put in position where you going to fall in line at. You going to fall in line with the dirties? Because you're going to have to do a deed in order to be like us. Y'all heard what Kendrick said, they not like us because we don't have to do that. God said that's not what we have to do. Our assignment, we structure things differently. So we don't have to do that. But that's just one tribe. All the other tribes could be doing whatever or however. Meanwhile, that's their customs, that's their culture. So is it bad? That's their customs, that's their culture. The custom and the culture is it was two people brought here. It was two people here. The custom and the culture teaches me that women bear children out their vagina, but you're gonna tell me that I came out of a rib. A McRib? Like, what type of ribs are bearing children these days? But either way, I'm gonna believe it because, you know, I fall in the stupid system. Because, because again, the tribes are named. And so this one named stupid. It's ribs having kids. If not for nothing, the other system says it was only these two people. We only the people that had children, but meanwhile somehow sprung some descendants. So either these kids was having kids with, you see what I'm saying? Like, you not gonna tell me that I gotta make sense of a situation and then this is how long it's been playing out. Like, how long did y'all think that was gonna continue to keep flying? Until somebody said, hold on, 2 plus 2 is 6. Because 6, if him, her, McRib, the boy, the blood, it ain't no other feminine energy around here. So either they been gay or something, and I don't mean to use that word, but that's just like some like it's causing me to scratch my skull. Like, you're not gonna tell me that the secrets of life revolve around like something that I could almost explain. I know for a fact that didn't happen like that, but it got held on to for 5,000 years. So we had to be under the house of stupid. Either way, I ain't judging. I don't want to live there